Headed to Bolivia? Think you know what to expect? Think again. Most people see pictures of the salt flats and think, wow, that looks amazing, but they have no idea what they're getting into. This isn't your average vacation spot. Here, the little things can flip your trip upside down. I'm talking about simple mistakes, things you wouldn't even think twice about back home, that can get you into huge trouble or make everyone instantly dislike you. It's insane how many cultural traps are waiting for you. I learned this the hard way, and trust me, you don't want to make the same mistakes I did. From how you greet someone to how much wine you drink, every single action is being judged. It's like navigating a minefield of social rules you've never been taught. But don't worry, I'm going to give you the ultimate cheat sheet. I'm about to reveal the taboos and secrets that every traveler must know before setting foot in this hidden gem of South America. If you're planning a trip, watching this video is non-negotiable. So, get ready, because we're diving deep into the 15 craziest taboos that will save your trip to Bolivia. We're going to cover everything from shocking visa rules to ancient beliefs that could get you kicked out of a village. This information is priceless. Okay, before we jump in, let's talk about the vibe. I'm thinking some upbeat, adventurous music from the YouTube Studio library. Maybe something like Andean Adventure or Lost in the Jungle to get the energy up. What do you think? Also, what's the ideal final video length we're aiming for? Let me know so I can pace this perfectly. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, and this one is huge. Don't call people by their first names. I know, back in the US we're all about being casual. Hey John, what's up? But if you do that in Bolivia, you're going to get the coldest stare of your life. It's seen as incredibly forward, and even disrespectful. Using someone's first name is a massive deal. Something that's only for super close friends and family. It's like you're trying to force a level of intimacy that you haven't earned, and it just makes everyone uncomfortable. So, what do? You have to go formal. If you're talking to a man, it's señor, followed by his last name. For a woman, it's señora, and her last name. It feels a little weird at first, like you're in a business meeting, but it's the ultimate sign of respect. And for older people it gets even more specific. You might call them tío or tía, which means uncle or auntie. It's a sign of affection and deep respect for their age and wisdom. Get this wrong, and you've already failed the first social test. You think you can just book a flight and show up in Bolivia? Nope. This country has some of the most insane entry rules in all of South America, especially for Americans. It's not like Europe where you just get a stamp. Here, they want a mountain of paperwork. And I mean, a literal, physical mountain. They don't care about your digital copies or the apps on your phone. You need everything printed out. I'm talking printed proof of your hotel reservations for your entire trip, a printed copy of your round-trip flight ticket, and even photocopies of your passport. But wait, it gets crazier. You also need to fill out detailed financial forms to prove you have enough money to support yourself during your stay. And the big one, a yellow fever vaccination card. If you don't have that little yellow booklet, you are not getting in, period. The airline might not even let you board the plane. I saw people getting turned away at the check-in counter because they were missing one single piece of paper. It's an absolute nightmare if you're not prepared. Plan for this like it's a military operation. This next one is going to blow your mind. Imagine going to a party, having a couple of glasses of wine, and suddenly you're the reason someone is getting a divorce. In some parts of Bolivia, especially in more traditional rural areas, that can actually happen. There's an unwritten rule that a woman drinking more than one glass of wine in a public setting is seen as extremely immodest and a sign of loose morals. It sounds completely unbelievable to us, but it's a deeply ingrained cultural tradition. It's not about the alcohol itself, it's about reputation and public perception. For a woman in these communities, her reputation is everything, and breaking this unspoken rule can bring shame to her and her entire family. It can be seen as such a serious transgression that it can literally be cited as grounds for divorce. So, if you're a female traveler and you're offered wine at a local gathering, be incredibly mindful. Accepting one glass is polite, but accepting a second could be misinterpreted in the worst way possible. It's a wild example of how a simple act can have massive consequences. Okay, this is a public service announcement for anyone going to Bolivia. Do not drink the tap water. I seriously cannot say this enough. Don't drink it. Don't brush your teeth with it. Don't even open your mouth in the shower. I know you might think, oh, I have a strong stomach. I'll be fine. Trust me, you won't be fine. The water systems in Bolivia just aren't equipped to filter out the bacteria and parasites that our bodies are not used to. It's like a one-way ticket to the worst stomach problems of your life. I made this mistake once, just for a second, and I paid for it for days. It can completely ruin your trip. You'll be stuck in your hotel room instead of exploring the incredible landscapes you came to see. Always, always, always buy bottled water. Make sure the seal is intact when you buy it. Use bottled water for everything, including making ice or washing vegetables if you're cooking for yourself. It might seem like a hassle, but honestly, it's the single most important thing you can do to stay healthy and actually enjoy your adventure. In the US, we're pretty casual with greetings. You see a friend, you might give them a hug. You meet someone new at a party, maybe a hug is appropriate. Do not try this in Bolivia when you first meet someone. I learned this the hard way. I went to greet someone I was meeting for the first time, a business contact, and I went in for a friendly hug. The person literally stiffened up and took a step back. It was incredibly awkward, and I immediately knew I had messed up big time. The standard, and I mean the only standard for greetings in any formal or new situation, is a handshake. A simple, firm handshake is the sign of respect. It's the universal language of politeness there. Hugs and kisses on the cheek are reserved for people who are genuinely close friends and family. Going straight for a hug is like trying to skip 5 levels of friendship. It's seen as overly familiar and an invasion of personal space. So, remember, when in doubt, just stick out your hand. It will save you from a world of awkwardness. This one is so simple, but so important. We do it all the time without thinking. Pointing. Hey, can you pass me that thing over there? And you point with your index finger. Or, look at that incredible view, and you point. If you do this in Bolivia, you're basically giving everyone the middle finger. Pointing with your index finger is considered extremely rude and impolite. It's something you might do to scold a child or call a dog, not to indicate something to another adult. So how do you show someone what you're talking about? You have to change your entire body language. Instead of pointing with a finger, you can gesture with your whole hand, palm open, in the direction you want to indicate. It's a softer, more respectful way of drawing attention to something. Another common way is to use your head. You can give a quick nod or even purse your lips and jut your chin in the direction you mean. It looks a little funny at first, but it's the local custom. Ditch the finger point, or you'll be marked as a rude tourist instantly. Every country has them. The conversational landmines, the topics that you should just avoid at all costs. In Bolivia, there are 2 big ones: politics and indigenous issues. You might think you're being worldly or informed by bringing them up, but honestly, you are walking into a minefield. The political situation in Bolivia is incredibly complex and often very tense. People have extremely strong opinions, and what you might see as a casual conversation can quickly escalate into a heated argument. As a foreigner, you simply don't have the context to navigate it safely. The same goes for indigenous issues. The relationship between the many different indigenous groups and the government, as well as the non-indigenous population, is layered with centuries of history, discrimination, and struggle. It's a deeply sensitive and personal topic for many Bolivians. Trying to offer your opinion or ask probing questions can be seen as ignorant at best and deeply offensive at worst. Your best bet is to just listen if someone else brings it up, but do not initiate these conversations. Stick to safer topics like food, travel, and family. Imagine someone invites you into their home, a home that might have very little, and they offer you something to eat or drink. Your first instinct, if you're not hungry or thirsty, might be to say, "Oh, no thank you, I'm fine." In Bolivia, this is one of the most insulting things you can do. Refusing an offer of hospitality, especially food or drink, is seen as a major sign of disrespect. It's like you're rejecting them, not just their food. It can be deeply hurtful. This happened to me in a small village. A family offered me a bowl of soup and I wasn't hungry, so I politely declined. The mood in the room instantly changed. It was so awkward. I quickly realized my mistake and accepted it. The rule is to always accept what is offered, even if it's just a tiny amount. You don't have to finish the whole plate or drink the whole glass, but you must accept it and at least take one bite or one sip. It shows that you appreciate their generosity and respect their culture. It's a small act that makes a world of difference. When you're packing for Bolivia, you need to think beyond just the weather. What you wear says a lot about your respect for the local culture, especially once you leave the big cosmopolitan cities like La Paz. In many rural areas and smaller towns, conservative dress is the norm. Showing up in revealing clothing, like short shorts, tank tops, or low-cut shirts, is seriously frowned upon. It's seen as disrespectful to their traditional values and can attract a lot of unwanted negative attention. This isn't about being fashionable, it's about cultural sensitivity. For both men and women, it's a good idea to pack long pants or skirts and shirts that cover your shoulders. Think modest. You're a guest in their country and dressing appropriately is a non-verbal way of saying, "I respect your customs." In the major cities the dress code is a bit more relaxed, but once you venture into the countryside to see the real beauty of Bolivia, covering up is not just a suggestion, it's a necessity for having positive interactions with the local people. This is one of the most serious taboos, and breaking it can have scary consequences. So, you see an incredible scene. A woman in a beautiful traditional bowler hat and colorful skirts weaving a blanket. Your instinct is to pull out your camera and snap a photo. Do not do this. In many Bolivian communities, especially among the more traditional indigenous populations, there is a deeply held belief that taking a photograph can steal a piece of their spirit or soul. It's not a joke or a saying. It's a genuine, spiritual belief. Taking a photo without permission is seen as an act of aggression and theft. I've heard stories of tourists having their cameras smashed or being chased out of villages for taking unauthorized pictures. You must always ask for permission first. A simple gesture, pointing to your camera and then to them with a questioning look, is usually enough. If they shake their head no or wave you off, respect it, and put your camera away immediately. If they agree, be sure to show them the photo afterwards and offer a small tip as a thank you. Your photo is not worth violating someone's spiritual beliefs. In some Latin American countries, there's a concept of being fashionably late. You're told a party starts at 8 so you show up at 9, and that's totally normal. Well, throw that idea out the window in Bolivia, especially for anything that isn't a casual party. If you are invited to a dinner, a business meeting, or any kind of formal gathering, punctuality is extremely important. Being on time is a sign of respect for your host and for the occasion. Showing up late can be interpreted as you thinking your time is more valuable than theirs, which is a huge insult. It suggests you're disorganized, or worse, that you just don't care. If you're invited to someone's home for a meal at 7 p.m., you should aim to be there at 7 p.m., not 7:30. This might contrast with what you've heard about Latino time, but Bolivia takes punctuality more seriously than many of its neighbors. It's a simple way to make a good first impression and show that you're a considerate guest. This is one of the most surreal places on Earth, and it's right in the middle of La Paz. It's called San Pedro Prison, and it's unlike any prison you've ever heard of. Forget guards and cell blocks. Inside San Pedro, the inmates run the show. There are no guards inside the walls. They only patrol the perimeter. The prisoners have jobs, run restaurants and shops, and even have their own real estate market where they buy and sell their cells. Their families, including their children, often live inside the prison with them. The craziest part: traditional punishment is forbidden. The inmates have their own system of laws and their own form of justice, which can be swift and brutal for those who break the community's rules. For years, there were even illegal tours that would take tourists inside to see this bizarre, self-contained society. While those tours are officially banned now and extremely dangerous, the very existence of San Pedro Prison is a mind-bending part of Bolivian reality. It's a society within a society, operating on its own shocking terms. Here's another one that's all about personal space and spiritual beliefs. You might see an adorable child and have the instinct to playfully ruffle their hair or pat their head. In Bolivian culture, this is a major taboo. The head is considered a sacred and spiritually significant part of the body. Touching someone's head, especially a child's, without a very close relationship, is seen as an invasion of their most personal and sacred space. It's just not done. This belief is deeply rooted in many indigenous traditions, where the head is seen as the center of the soul and life force. An unsolicited touch can be interpreted as disrespectful, overly familiar, or even as a gesture that could bring bad luck or interfere with the person's spirit. It's actually pretty similar to the taboo of taking photos without permission. It's about respecting a person's spiritual integrity. So, no matter how cute the kid is, keep your hands to yourself. A smile and a friendly wave are the way to go. This one sounds like a strange old superstition, but it's taken very seriously in Bolivia. Don't whistle indoors, it's that simple. You might be walking through your hotel lobby, feeling happy, and start whistling a tune without even thinking about it. If a local sees or hears you, you're likely to get some very worried or even angry looks. In Bolivian folklore, whistling inside a building is believed to attract bad spirits or summon bad luck into the house. It's one of those ancient beliefs that has been passed down through generations and is still very much alive today. They believe it can also call poverty into the home, essentially whistling all your money away, while younger people in the big cities might not be as strict about it. In most homes and rural areas, it's a definite no-go. It's an easy rule to follow, but also an easy one to forget. So, save your whistling for when you're hiking in the Andes, not when you're inside someone's home or a local shop. Last but not least, a major historical landmine. Never, ever bring up Chile or the War of the Pacific. This is not ancient history in Bolivia. It is a raw, open wound that has defined their national identity for over a century. In the late 1800s, Bolivia lost its entire coastline to Chile in this war, turning it into a landlocked country. This loss is a source of immense national pain, frustration, and resentment that continues to this day. There's even a national holiday, the Day of the Sea, dedicated to mourning this loss. Bringing it up in conversation is like pouring salt in that wound. Joking about it or offering your opinion on the matter is the fastest way to offend every single Bolivian in the room. They see it as a historical injustice that has crippled their economic development. You will see Mar para Bolivia, C for Bolivia, graffiti and slogans everywhere. It's a deeply emotional and political issue. Just pretend you've never heard of it. Avoid the topic of Chile entirely if you can. It's the ultimate conversational third rail. And there you have it, the 15 hidden taboos that can make or break your trip to Bolivia. This country is one of the most incredible, beautiful, and authentic places I have ever been, but it operates on a completely different set of rules. It's a place where tradition and belief are woven into the fabric of everyday life. Remember, in Bolivia, every gesture, sip, and step carries meaning. Respect the unspoken rules, and you'll have an unforgettable adventure. Ignore them, and you might just have an unforgettable disaster. Traveling isn't just about seeing cool places, it's about connecting with people, and you can't do that if you're accidentally insulting them at every turn. Learning these little things shows that you're not just a tourist passing through, you're a traveler who genuinely cares. The connections you'll make and the experiences you'll have will be 1,000 times richer, because you took the time to understand and respect their culture. Bolivia will reward you with a depth of experience you can't find anywhere else. So go explore the salt flats, wander the streets of La Paz, and meet the amazing people of this country. But go with awareness and respect. I promise it will be the adventure of a lifetime. If this video helped you, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It tells YouTube you want to see more content like this. And of course, like and subscribe for more travel secrets. Let me know in the comments which of these taboos shocked you the most. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.